The following podcast may contain adult language and an abundance of chat. So get ready, and I can't believe I get to say this again, to eat shit, nerds, because we're talking C, Season 3, Episode 4, The Storm. Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Salty Nerd Podcast covers C, our favorite TV show ever freaking made. I'm joined, as always, by my fantastic panel of nerds. Matt Vader's here. What's up, dude?
Hey, man.
How you doing?
I'm good. Ready to eat some snake.
Yes. Full Gollum this episode, huh?
My precious. Yeah.
My precious likes it raw.
Yeah.
Don't cook it. You're ruining it. Potatoes. All right, Jude is also here. Welcome. Hello. Only us nerds could make a connection to Lord of the Rings from C. Mm-hmm. And the producer of the show, and it's known. And House of Dragons, or no, what is that? The Game of Thrones. That's right. House of Dragons, Game of Thrones, all the references. We're here for it. Matthew Kadish is also here. Welcome, sir.
Oh, I've got so much to say about this episode. Oh, boy. And none of it's good. So, but I'm looking forward to saying it anyway.
As you should. As you should.
That's what we're here for. All right, folks.
I thought for sure you were going to introduce him as like the poop beard of the podcast.
I am the poop beard of the podcast.
You always have something weird to introduce him as.
I'm not 100% today. I'm sorry. That would have been better. That would have been good.
This is the secondary beard of the podcast.
The secondary?
Yeah, his beard's weak.
He's catching up to you, bro.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. Because every time you cut it, you're ruining it.
I didn't cut it. What are you talking about? It's fucking long, man. Looks great.
Momoa would be proud.
We're going to put some rollers in your beard.
Pretty soon.
Yeah.
My wife hates it.
All right, let's get going.
Which means it's great.
All right, folks, if you haven't seen this episode, go watch it. It's on Apple TV, available right now, and then come back and check out our review. I promise it's the most fun you'll have all week. Stay tuned. We'll be right back, and we're going to dive right into it. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, if you guys would like to support what we do here on the podcast, you can go to saltynerdstore.com and grab some of our merch. And we have a brand new selection of merch out right now. We have hats. Finally, we have hats. I know we've had so many people asking us, so we got them. Go to saltynerdstore.com and you can check it out. It's at the front page of the store right there at the very top. Click on that hat. And when you go to the checkout counter, don't forget to type in Salty for 10% off of your purchase. Helps save a little bit of money, but you also get to support us and rock some of our awesome hats that we have in the mail coming to us right now. So we should be able to show them to you live on footage here in the studio once we get them in the mail. But you can check them out. They have a lot of great pictures. They have like a steady photo of one, and then they have one where somebody's wearing it. So go check it out and help support us.
And then buy one.
And then buy one for sure.
And wear it.
And wear it all the time.
And send us a picture of it.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Jude.
Hashtag salty swag.
Hashtag salty swag. I like that. I don't use Twitter, so that sounds great.
Yeah.
Do it. All right, Jude. Take it away.
All right, sir. C, Season 3, Episode 4, The Storm. Sybeth makes her way through Pensa, bumping into everyone and putting her scent on everything. In order to escape the dogs tracking her, she takes a page from her brother-in-law and covers only her face in horse shit. The guards meander away and Sybeth's like, ha-ha, my evil poop face tricked literally everyone and everything hunting me. And just kind of moseys out of the city past more guards and more scent hounds. Discuss.
Okay. Sybeth's escape.
Yeah.
I'm just going to wander through the village.
Yes. Immediately,
she's
just walking through. She's just walking through this village, and she's like kind of not knowing where she's going. I think she knew where the stable was. Yeah. Because she could smell it,
like,
right? Obviously.
I'm going to go cover myself in poop.
But she goes there. So this is what
she's been there with Kofun before.
That's true.
Yeah.
This is also true. She knows where that is. So she goes there to cover up her scent because they have dogs on her. Uh-huh. Now, apparently the dogs can't see either. Because
yes, you are correct.
That's very smart.
Because the fucking dog walks right past her.
That dog is like, she seems okay.
She smells like shit.
That's a horse.
Dogs are dumb.
So immediately,
there's our thumbnail right there. Just her face full of shit.
She doesn't even put it like towards the ground where the dogs are sniffing.
And then
it's just on her face.
Not only do the worst Penson guards miss her, the dog misses her, and when they walk past, the stable owner's like, hey, bitch, the fuck out of here.
Yeah, the stable owner is able to recognize that there's a human being right there covered in shit, but the dogs can't.
I know, right?
No,
The highly trained guard dogs can't spot that.
I fully believe that the stable guard thought that that was an actual horse. And he was like, hey, horse, get out of here. You're not my horse.
I'm sorry.
You smell like horse. You must be a horse.
I just, like, not only though I was dying laughing because the dog just walked right past her and didn't see her, apparently, but, like, immediately after that, the stable owner, like, walks 2 feet and goes, hey, get out of here. I'm like,
Or, you know, he just smelled some smelly person in his in his stall, said, get out of here.
Yeah, but none of the Penson guards, the highly trained Penson guards, were like, hey, there's something in the stall here. Maybe we should investigate by poking it with our sticks.
I get that more than I get the dogs just walking right by her. That was silly.
We have a homicidal psychopath loose in the city. And there are just like carts and vendors coming in and out.
Yeah.
And nobody stops them and checks their shit.
well, they can't let them know that they.
Yeah,
I mean-
it's a secret that Sybeth has escaped.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah. No,
they can't alert anyone.
You guys, I don't know, anything weird happened? And no, okay. Have a nice night.
So this vendor's cart is like leaving the city.
Yeah.
There's 2 guards there posted at the door, and she just grabs onto the back
Pulled
of
the
it
old skateboard trick.
and just Marty McFlies her ass
Marty
out.
McFly that shit. She did. She Marty McFlyed it.
She did. I
love
love
We're
it.
gonna hit 88 miles an hour. We're gonna see some serious shit.
Yeah, you are.
This was the slow version without the hoverboard.
Yes.
I'm gonna walk really slowly behind this cart.
God, I couldn't not laugh at this opening sequence. I was just like, wow. I mean, sure, why not?
And every time I see somebody rub shit in their face, I'm taking it personally.
That is an
should.
attack.
That is an attack on
Fuck
us.
you, Jonathan Dropper. I am not eating your shit, okay?
Oh, yes,
That's a
you
joke.
will.
That's a
Yeah,
joke.
somehow Sybeth teleported out of the mansion and at record speed after she dropped the baby
Yeah.
and stabbed Kofun or whatever.
Yeah, she just ran out because
Yeah.
there's no guards.
Yeah, because there's no guards, but then all of a sudden the guards are on top of her, even though, like, you know, I guess those were the guards that were going like door to door searching
Telling
for
you,
her.
man, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are in on it. They're in on the escape. They know what's up.
They're helping her out.
They're loyal to their queen.
I would have liked it a little bit better is if she had found one of Harlan's like secret passages inside of
Oh, the dick room?
The dick-
Had
one
a
of the-
tunnel.
yeah.
It was a dick tunnel.
a dick tunnel, right? Yeah, he needs to have a dick tunnel to be able to, you know, smuggle things in and out of Pensa. I feel like she should have found out about one
That
of
would
those.
have been really
Fun
cool.
And
fact,
snuck out
he
that way.
dug that dick tunnel with his dick.
That's one hell of a cock.
That's one hell of a cock.
That's next level.
Oh shit! All right, Jude.
I like it that she Marty McFlyed it much better. You do? I do. That makes way more sense to me.
The power of love. She just skates out of the room.
Well, it's also funny because as she's Marty McFlying it outside the city walls, like you have 2 guards there guarding the gate with
Right.
dogs,
Yeah.
and none of them like bother to like, you know, go around the cart and check
It's
it.
just
or
a pile
anything
of
like
poop.
that.
Following the trail.
Which one of you is editing this?
It'd be me.
Me and him.
So if you don't have the power of love plan, the clip of her going behind the cart, it's like dun 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 dun.
Hold it.
Yeah.
It's just too darn loud.
It's the power of love. Yeah, that's awesome.
oh god, we're gonna get copyright claim for sure.
All you gotta do is have the
Okay.
lick.
Yeah.
Just have the one
We'll
lick.
send Kadish an audio file of just me and Vader going dun dun ba, 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 dun dun ba, 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 ba.
Dun dun dun.
You guys are terrible. That doesn't sound anything like you.
Sounds exactly like it. What are you talking about?
It's more like the power of poop. It's just like it masks everything.
Oh goodness. All right, Jude.
Okay.
Continue on.
Baba has a talk with No, putting him in charge of protecting all of Pensa while he goes on his bomb-destroying mission, and considering the state of the palace guards, this may be the best idea ever. He tells the dog, I'd take you with me, but you're too noisy, and then goes on his journey with loud-ass Charlotte and his 2 loud-ass lead-footed kids. As the group travels, Baba informs them they have to make a stop along the way because they're not on a time crunch or anything. Kofun apologizes to Baba for releasing Sybeth, and Baba's like, ugh, it's not even worth it. Yeah, son, you were just being a good dad. Baba inquires about Kofun's knife wound to the back that seems to have magically healed overnight, and then pokes Kofun in it to remind him that he's still alive.
Oh no.
Stay alive,
So I
son.
really-
I will find you, no matter what.
I really want to bring you on this trip. No, but you know.
You're too loud.
Oh, you're too loud.
You were able to sneak into the Penson house.
Past all the guards.
Kofun has never snuck anywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere he goes, Baba's like, I hear my son coming.
But I do like the idea that like we got Wolf and No. Like I feel like there needs to be a spin-off.
Wolf and No.
Oh,
Like 20,
yeah.
20 years from now.
When he's talking to the dog, and he's like, a dog named No and a baby named Wolf.
Yes.
I immediately was like, sounds like a country song.
Sounds like a spin-off to me. I want to see that show.
Sounds like a good cop, bad cop.
Well, at least they didn't Jon Snow and Ghost it, where like the dire wolf just disappears
Yeah.
for
I'm
no reason.
still upset about
Well, that's
that.
his real dog, right?
Yeah, that's his
Yeah,
real
it
dog.
is.
Yeah.
It's Jason Momoa's real dog.
Yep.
I want to talk about how Kofun literally got shanked in the kidney,
Yeah.
and the next day he's going on a hike, and he's like, "Oh, it's fine."
It just hurts. It just hurts when he breathes.
I thought he got stabbed in like the back of his shoulder.
No, it was the kidney.
It was that low?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they just stuck his finger in some poop and stuck it in there
Fine.
with some sage.
fine.
And
This
some,
kid has
and some-
superpowers. I mean, I got punched in the kidney once, and like I was not okay for a while.
Probably went and took a bath in some like weird smelly shit.
Yeah.
And you know soaked it all in.
Lavender.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
walked it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Boba was like, "Stop being a pussy."
Well, he did. He's like, "How's your wound healing?" And he's like, "It's fine. It just hurts when I breathe."
How's your wound healing from yesterday?
Bro,
right,
you
'cause
should
they
be in
just-
the hospital.
Then immediately after, he fucking ribs him in the
That's right.
back.
Because last episode,
I mean, Baba's like, I'm always injured. What's his fucking problem?
Go ahead, V.
so last episode, Margaret just said, "You guys all need to get a good night's sleep before you leave."
Yeah.
After they all get stabbed and shit.
Stabbed. The baby gets dropped.
Stabbity. Oh yeah, the baby got dropped on its
Baby
head.
got dropped on his
I wonder if it's gonna be all derpy now.
Well, it is Kofun's son.
He has no chance.
I'm telling you, I need a spinoff, dude. A boy named Wolf and a dog named No.
Yeah, but I thought that, you know, like they probably shouldn't have had Kofun get shanked at the end of the last episode, because he's literally going on a hike. He's camping out in the woods and he's entering into combat with like a big open knife
Honestly.
wound in the
That,
kidney.
that wound
Like,
would
if
be like
Alex had gotten stabbed, he would still go on a hike the next day.
This is fair. What were we gonna
that
say?
wound would be seeping.
Oh, that was
Seeping
not a small
bloody
knife.
wound.
Yeah,
gore.
and she
Yeah.
jabbed it into him.
It was
a full
yeah,
blown shank.
Yeah, the only thing that was sticking out was the hilt.
was it her fingernail knife?
No,
Or was
no, it was that.
real
It was
knife?
that chick's the handmaiden chicks.
That's right.
was
Because if it
Joffrey
was like her
Baratheon's
little
knife.
shank, it would be like it wouldn't be that too terrible.
I would be able to believe this if it was like Queen Kane's little hand shank that's only about this big, you know? Okay, sure. You could probably.
I mean, I stabbed myself
Patch
in the
that
leg
up.
once, and it hurt for like a month. No, I did. I had like a buck knife, right?
Did you Ricky Bobby it?
and I was making a spear, like stab my brother
okay.
or something with,
Okay.
right? With my, it was like one of those big ass long buck knives.
Yeah.
Like, and I went thunk, right into my right here, and it went into my leg probably 3/4 of an inch maybe.
And
it hurt, man. It hurt like a bitch for a long time.
Does Blind Society, are they able to do stitches or like, you know, sometimes close the wound?
Yeah, I'm sure they would. They do. Well, they just rub poop in it and put some leaves over it.
Yeah, that's
It'd
it.
be Fine.
They got shaman.
They probably figured out a way to make super glue.
Wasn't
Oh, that'll do it. Super glue.
yeah, super.
Probably got
fixes
some old
everything.
rotten super glue in the storage tank from
500 years.
500
years ago. There you go, son.
Put in there with the bottle water bottles.
Smack it together. Good to go.
Yeah, it's in the water bottle storage shed.
They cut up the water bottles and slap some plastic on top of it. If it's a head wound, they just put the plastic bottle on top and secure it with the super glue.
But what was even funnier, so like Kofun's got this big wound in his back, and his dad literally just like slaps it,
Yes.
knowing that it's going to hurt.
That was a dude thing.
Yeah, that was a dude thing. I got that 100%.
Yeah.
And Baba like hobbles away laughing while he just like,
But that whole like conversation about like, I'm really sorry that like I released the woman who killed my grandmother Paris and our entire village and hunted us half our lives, but it was for our child. And Bubba's just like, yeah, you're a good father. It's like, no,
no, dude.
that's not how that conversation should have went.
No, that was weak.
You're a weak bitch for letting Aunt Handy
100%.
take advantage of you like
100%.
I was
It's like, first of all, son, don't fuck your relatives.
that. It thickens the blood. It's not good.
It's like, it's okay, son. Never apologize for anything you do for your children. And I'm like,
Second of all, learn to pull out.
learn to pull out.
He's like, let me tell you about this technique. It's called pulling out.
Because him and Magra don't have any kids, huh?
Well, he can't
he
have
can't.
kids.
That's why
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, they
Interesting.
established in season 1 that Boba Voss, for whatever reason, can't father children.
Took a knife to the balls. That's what I'm going to go
Which
with.
I think is the one thing that was carried through in the rest of the series was like from season 1. Baba Voss can't have kids. Okay, fine, we accept that. Everything else is ridiculous from season 1.
All right, let's keep going.
Harlan and Trover have a private conversation about their affair, Sybeth's escape, and Harlan sneaking into Travantes in front of half a dozen soldiers. Trover offers him some sneaking into the city knots, but Harlan's friends just showed up and offer him a better secret ride into the city.
Good for him. He's smart.
Yes.
He knows what he's doing. He's been sneaking in and out of there for years.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that so like they're having this very kind of like high level conversation,
In front
and
of
all the guards are just like walking alongside
Yeah.
them. And they're like, oh, this is an interesting conversation.
It's well established that the guards in this show do not fucking matter.
No, they don't.
They might as well not even be there.
They're fine. They're loyal to what's her face?
Are they?
Yeah, sure.
She's not even loyal to whatever she's loyal to.
This is true. We'll find that out later.
I just think it's funny that like none of these guards are like whispering behind their backs. It's like, oh, did you hear that?
Did you
Just
fucking
said,
hear that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're sneaking him into the
They're
city.
fucking.
and also the idea that Harlan needs to somehow smuggle himself into Travantes because like as soon as he's in there, he's just like, hey, here I am.
Yeah.
What was that
Well,
for?
did we get to that point yet where he sneaks
No.
in? Okay. All right. Let's get to there. Go,
All right.
go ahead.
The traveling circus makes their way to the House of Poopbeard, and Baba tells him all about the bombs, while Lou Lion stands there shaking her head, knowing that if her husband leaves with Baba, she'll never see him again. No pun intended. But when Baba name drops David Hewlett, Poopface is like, fuck. All right, I'll get my spare poo and walking stick. And Lou is like, all right, fine, I'll come too, even though no one asked her to.
That's right. She's just an extra body.
Did you guys pick up on the subtle hint as to why Poopbeard hates Hewlett so much?
Oh,
Oh,
it's
we'll get to it
explained.
later.
Oh,
It's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
explained.
Is it explained?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not
yeah.
subtle.
Well, before they explained it, I was like, oh, it's the freaking scars on the face.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of funny because Poopbeard's sitting there and he's like, nah, man, I'm good. I don't want to go on any
He's like,
adventures. Yeah.
I got a sweet setup here.
And then Baba's like Poopbeard, it's David Hewlett. And he's like, fuck you, Baba Voss. Okay, I'll come along. Let me go get my sword.
Yeah, I was so mad. Which I kind of like, though, because, I mean, like,
So correct me if I'm wrong, but like in the first episode when the bomb went off, the plane that they were like camping out in and
You
like
got
fell
broken
down.
down.
And in this episode, it's like fine again.
They just moved next door.
No, they
no,
just
it was
fixed
in
up.
no, it was in two pieces, and they had a rope bridge in between
Yeah.
the two pieces.
but
And the one side
yeah,
fell, but the
one
other side
fell.
was still good.
Ah.
So they're on the other
And
side.
they just
So
got
they
they got a
moved- they
rope
just
ladder
moved
going
over.
up to the top.
So they did move next door.
Yeah, they literally
much.
just moved next door.
Yeah, yeah.
They're in half their house. The other half is over
Storage.
there.
Fallout from that bomb?
No, it's not
Fallout.
nuclear.
Okay.
Also, how
Yes.
how close is this place to Pensa? Because it seems like they got there with
It's like a day.
Couple
Yeah.
hours. I mean, nothing's far away.
So like when they were searching high and low for Baba Voss, they didn't walk a couple hours north of
I
town.
mean, they literally walk everywhere.
I mean, have you walked around in winter in Pennsylvania?
yes,
It's terrible.
many times.
Right.
I bet they're going about.
20 miles a day.
I bet you that
No.
an easy. You can go an hour and 15, 20 minutes.
Walking
Yeah,
for an hour?
20 minutes is in a mile.
If you can't see anything,
Yeah.
If you're just
If
like
you're just
stroll,
walking,
if you're just walking,
if you're
So-
just walking,
so-
about 20 minutes is a mile.
you can do like 3 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So Poopbeard's house is 1 mile away from Pensa?
All I'm saying is you do about 3 miles an hour
Yeah,
on
yeah.
a casual walk.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
They're
so
not booking it. If
they're-
anybody
they're-
watched
they're
the
probably
episode.
15, 20 miles away.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not very
It
far.
Not
seemed
very
like
far.
half a day.
Unless we're doing time shifts here, which we're going for a week, but it's less.
Possible.
I bet it's less than 60 miles.
Can we talk about Bailu for a second?
Mhm.
Because she is just so put upon. Like her sisters died, and
She's lost everything.
yeah,
Her
like,
house
like
blew up.
her boyfriend's getting ready to like leave, and she's just like, okay, well, I guess I'll come along. I mean, even though
What else does she have?
she hates Baba Voss so much, and she's just like forced to continually like team up with him.
I wonder
I feel
if
bad
she's,
for her.
ooh, I wonder if she's going to betray them later on in the season.
I think
oh
she's just
no,
she's just
her
gonna die.
sister was such a diehard Baba enthusiast, and so is her husband, boyfriend, whatever he is. I feel like she's probably not going to jump ship.
No? Be interesting if she did, though. Just showed up with David Hewlett. Like, there they are.
I mean, does anybody even remember her the next day
No.
after the episode?
She really
No.
is a nothing character. to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
It would have been more interesting if she had been Bo Lion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That had been the character.
Yeah, if Bo Lion, like, we flash forward a year later and Bo Lion is married and she's got a family, that would have been way more interesting.
I mean, honestly, this Ranger dude, poop face.
I keep forgetting his name.
I don't care what happens to him. I have
Same.
no buy-in with this guy. He's just like a new insert that they put in here in the last season
I feel like
to have
he's,
somebody to have Jason
Team up with.
work off of or something.
yeah, and also I think he's supposed to probably die, and then Jason Momoa is supposed to get like, oh, you killed my best friend.
Yeah.
We're all just supposed to jump
Also,
on
the
board.
whole backstory to Poop Beard is like, I wonder why he still likes Boba Voss, considering Boba like left him in Cervantes to be tortured for years on end.
You're doing that thing that you do with people's names where you start to change them, and you just called him Bobo.
Bobo Voss.
This is the guy that gave me his knots so I could sneak out of the city and
Best friend forever.
Save my life, But I left him there to rot for 20 years while I was out fucking chicks up in the mountains, and doing haka dances on cliff faces and stuff. It was really cool, But
You had a great time.
yeah, so
It's got a lot of time to make up for.
His best friend is running in a dungeon because
Yeah, getting sliced open every day.
No.
by his evil brother.
He's fine.
Yeah. Papa Boss is kind of a
Let's poke
dick.
him in his eyeballs and see if they're okay. If he just goes, ugh, then it's funny.
Yeah.
Papa Boss is kind of a dick.
A little bit.
He bailed on his family for a year.
Been through some
And he
shit.
bailed on his best friend, leaving him to rot.
And he smeared poop in his face.
And he destroyed an entire village.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
He's a slaver for however
He's a
long.
slaver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark,
I don't know.
Dark past, dude.
He's an
Got a heart of
anti-hero.
gold.
Sticking his finger up his son's knife wound.
Listen, never apologize for what you do for your family.
What a jerk.
Never.
What a jerk. Man.
All right,
Never
Jude.
forget. Never surrender.
Never surrender. All right, Jude, go ahead.
Harlan has arrived in Cervantes under a mountain of chicken shit because apparently poop is this season's hot accessory and everyone's wearing it. When he gets to Trouver's place, whom he could have just walked in with instead of taking a fecal dip, she's like, you stink. And Harlan's like, that's how I romance, baby. The bank shows up, expecting to find a queen, but is disappointed to find Harlan instead. Harlan informs her of the rogue faction within the government working with Tormata. The bank privately informs Trouver that Tormata is in town and planning to address the triangle tomorrow. Trouver, totally turned on by the smell of Harlan's foul cock, see what I did there, all over her sheets, gets in bed with him, and the smell of shit makes their mouths water with thoughts of dinner. Trouver tries very hard to convince Harlan to stay with her in Cervantes, and Harlan's like, it's not you, it's my city. Also, the way Margaret won't touch me and is running my city into the ground is so hot. Can we just keep it cash? Discuss.
I like how Harlan's like, yeah, I'm in love with this woman who won't fuck me, had my brother killed, and keeps making bad decisions that I have to keep cleaning up the mess after. But
It is willy-nilly with her decision-making, and I just have to roll with it all the time.
and he's like to Trouver, he's just like, but we can keep things casual.
Like, you seem great, but you're like not enough of a mess for me. I really like chicks who are like fucking unstable.
This was my least favorite thing that Harlan's ever done. When he sits there and he's like, I'm actually in love with Margaret. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For what reason?
Yeah.
They were like,
All great questions.
his wife is married to another man who wants to kill him.
I just my head was scratching at this point. I'm like, okay, I thought Harlan was just playing the long game. He's playing the Game of Thrones, whatever. No, he's just biting over freaking Magra.
He's a total cuck.
Made no sense. It made no sense. I was like, no, come on, man. That's my character. I love Harlan. Come on, he's got to have a plan. No, he just wants to try to impress Magra for no reason.
He's like, she doesn't even know about this dick.
I wouldn't know. Oh,
And he's like, do you wanna? And he's like undoing his buckle.
She's like, no.
no thanks.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah.
so I like the ambassador lady.
She's cool.
She's cool.
She's cool. She made a good
Yeah.
look, man. She laid the deal out for him. And if I
Take
was
the
him,
deal. Take the
take
deal.
the deal, bro.
Take it. Do it.
God damn it! I was really upset
felt
with
like
Harlan.
he was in a really good negotiating spot too, because he could be like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Are you going to blow me every day? Every day? Okay.
Every day.
Great. So what about, I don't know. Are you going to cook? Yeah? Okay. 3 times a day? Okay. Okay. Maybe. Still maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know. I really like Magra.
His negotiating power went way down in this one. I was really disappointed.
He didn't even try.
I was genuinely disappointed in Harlan this episode. It bummed me out. Anyway.
Yeah, he was very un-Harlan in this episode.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because like the entire time they're having that talk, I'm just thinking to myself, is like, has he tried smelling like chicken shit in front of Margaret? Because that might be an aphrodisiac type thing. Maybe she's into it.
Everyone is doing it.
There's definitely a poop thing going on.
There's a hardcore poop thing. And
Let's save it for the end because there's more poop to come.
oh, God.
So
Okay.
I feel like we need to talk about it accumulatively.
But I do think we need to talk about why Harlan felt the need to smuggle himself into Travantes, especially if he's just like going to announce himself to like
The bank.
the bank. Yeah.
Well, I think if he had walked in with the fake knots with Trover, I feel like anyone who was like checking people as they were walking in would sense his giant cock and be like, no, fuck you. Who is this?
No, seriously, though.
But it is funny because Trover's whole thing is like, I'm going to give you fake knots. So like you'd be under an assumed name. Nobody would know who he really was. It's like, why couldn't he just go in there?
Because he can't not talk shit on his way to do everything.
Go ahead.
Harlan's been in the city lots and lots of times. He knows how to get in and out. He's perfectly comfortable smuggling himself in and out of here.
In a chicken coop.
In a chicken coop or however his boys do it.
Yeah.
He trusts them.
I get it.
He trusts them.
He does trust them,
He doesn't
not
trust
her.
this chick who he's banging.
Yeah.
You know, because
He shouldn't.
He shouldn't.
And we
For sure.
find out why
We've
later.
established this. So
Yeah.
Kill me or kiss me, but do something.
I also think it's funny that like, you know, he smells like chicken shit and then he like lays down on her bed and starts like rubbing himself all over it, getting his scent all over it.
Oh, damn. Chicken soup.
This society and their nostrils
Oh,
blow me out of the water.
I haven't ever seen a shower in this show.
Right?
yeah. It's a good point.
Oh, no, we saw one in the House of Enlightenment, but they were enlightened.
It's like, go to the river, take a bath.
I think that's the only thing that they do, right? They just go to the nearest waterfall, apparently. Which
I don't know,
They have servants that spit on them.
Oh.
Well, we've seen baths in this
Yeah.
this show before. So like, we know that there is some type of like hygiene at play.
If you're going to smear this much shit on you, you need to equally show people bathing. Like there has to be a balance here. Otherwise,
I just think it's funny that the scene ended with Harlan being like, "Who wants to eat?
yeah.
Yeah.
What's for dinner?"
Chicken.
He's like, oh, I'm hungry. Are you hungry?
All right, let's get
It would have
going.
been funny if he was like, "I want chicken for dinner," and then they eat like, you know.
Go ahead, Jude.
Sybeth hus her way through the forest, shoving her poopy hands into her mouth, trying to find something to eat. Hearing wolves in the distance, she covers herself in anti-wolf leaves and hunkers down for the night. And the wolves are like, damn it, you foiled my plan to eat you. The next morning, we learn together that Sybeth can't hunt for shit.
I think it's funny that the Pinson wolves are just as worthless as the Pinson guard dogs. It's like, nothing in Pinson is very good at what they do.
Yeah,
I was
they're not very
legit.
good.
I was legit worried for her for a minute because they were like howling in the background. I'm like, oh shit, Sybeth is gonna have to like. I was hoping Sybeth would like show her cunningness a little bit and be like,
She did. Did you see those
She
leaves?
buried herself. in
come
the pond.
on. Come on. She's just like, I'm just going to sleep here for the night. She just covers herself in leaves. Just,
Apparently, the
It
wolves
was-
can't see either.
damn it.
I mean, I used to do that when we were kids, you know, when we rake leaves in
Yeah,
the front
yeah,
yard.
for sure. Not a good.
And you know what? They were gross and full of bugs.
Yeah.
And they stunk.
Yeah.
And yeah, it'd be good. It'd probably be good camouflage from a coyote or something.
You think so?
It's like in Hunger Games when Peeta just painted himself.
Like a
And,
rock?
stuck against a rock.
Yeah.
Oh man. So
I really just felt sorry for her in the earlier scene when she's eating
leaves.
Bugs
leaves
and
and
leaves.
bark and shit.
And poop.
Oh, and that centipede?
Yes.
Christ, I wish we had known about that scene when we
When
were
we talked
talking
to
to
her?
her because I think she really did it.
No, because they had a hard cut.
I think she really ate that fucking thing.
I don't. I think maybe she might have put it in her mouth.
She full
but
on,
she didn't swallow.
she full on fear. She full on fear factored that shit.
I could ask her.
I think
I'll have to find out.
I think we need to know.
But okay. All jokes aside, Sylvia kills it in this scene though.
Absolutely. Exactly.
She's awesome in this.
She's awesome.
She
This
kills,
whole
she kills it in
episode.
every scene.
Every single time she's on screen, she's all you can look at and think of.
I love her. I
It's
love
like-
watching
it's
her
like
work.
She's so.
She's just sitting there. She's like, she stabs the ground, right? We're watching the scene right now. She stabs the ground, misses the rabbit, and she feels around. She's like, did I get it? Did I get it? And then when she realizes she doesn't, she gets upset.
I mean,
and then it
honestly.
immediately starts raining, and she just goes,
How
It's
ridiculous.
so real.
How ridiculous is that? There's a fucking rabbit. You're gonna just a blind person's just gonna hit it with their stick?
nope.
I mean,
Yeah, I would have
Come
been
on.
pissed if she had been successful.
The rabbit is more skilled than Kofun at avoiding
Oh my God.
getting hurt.
Shanked by somebody.
Yeah.
how did she even know there was a rabbit there?
She could hear it, you know?
Yeah.
The little nose.
Did she know it was a rabbit?
She
maybe,
went,
maybe it was a squirrel.
And she heard it.
She echolocated
Well,
it.
well, I know that the show's kind of forgotten this, but she is an Ayura,
Ayura.
Yeah.
who supposedly has like super tuned hearing because like in the first season, you know, she can hear people shifting from like foot to foot
Yeah.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like,
And she knows who a person is by the way they walk into
yeah,
a room.
exactly.
Yeah.
Their gait, and so like she's supposed to be able to echolocate really well, but I feel like they've just kind of forgotten that she's supposed to be able
Just
to do
kinda
that.
forgot?
Yeah, just kind of forgot.
I don't know.
But we have it in our brains that she can do it, so it's okay. That's how she can Marty McFly her way out of a village.
Yes,
so,
it's
you
fine.
know,
She has superpowers of escape.
it works.
But she can't hunt.
She's
Which-
fucking, she's
okay.
Daredevil.
That's her
man.
kryptonite. Hunting is her kryptonite.
It makes sense though because she's been a princess her whole life. She's never had to.
And
Right.
in the very first season, like after she destroys Kanzawa, she, you know, goes out with her handmaid and she's like, "Can you fix me breakfast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gather the eggs."
Yeah,
And
exactly.
So like she's used to having stuff done for her, and this is, I think, the first time that she's ever actually had to fend for herself.
Yeah, which I think was the whole point of the scene where she's just like eating random leaves. Like, God, I hope that's not poison ivy.
Pretty sure she did that for real too.
Yeah. All right, Jude, take
Okay.
it away. What's up next?
In Travantes, Tarmada sits on a bomb and practically orgasms as he tells the Triangle about the power between his legs. He and Colonel Shepard disagree on how to use the bombs, and Rodney McKay's like, disagree to disagree. Also, whatever you do, don't run away. I've got a surprise for you. Spoiler, it's a bomb. After running away from the impending boom, Trover tells Harlan to run, and Harlan's like, run? When? Like in a few minutes? And then gets blasted with Godfire. Trover, fireman, carries Harlan back to her place, and when Harlan wakes up, he realizes Trover has been in league with Tormata this whole time and was part of the coup he was there to prevent. Now, Harlan must choose between staying with her or dying in Pensa, but not even Trover's soft, sweet nipple kisses can make Harlan fall in love with her or convince him to betray his people.
Nipple kisses.
I've got so much to say about the
Oh,
scene.
well, this is some hardcore politicking
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
some betrayal happening. So this
He wakes up, his shirt's undone.
is
and
we're not there
she's
yet.
all-
We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Go ahead, Kadish.
I mean, okay. So first of all, I'm glad to see Hewlett's back. So like
Yeah.
after he blew up Baba Voss, he went back to Travantes. It was good to see him and Flanagan on screen together,
Right.
Even though like it was way too short.
Oh,
in
it's
my
way too
opinion.
short.
Yeah.
Hardcore monologue.
I wanted him to, like, remember how he was like, science would save
Yeah.
you. I wanted him to go, science will kill you. And then like creepily escape.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like somebody needs to explain to me what the plan here is for like the rogue faction, because so it's revealed that the bank is kind of like in on this like coup, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she's already in a leadership position. So why does she feel she needs to overthrow the leadership? Because the way the triangle works, it's 2/3 majority rules, right? So like if she wanted to go off and declare war and conquer places, the military is already all for that. So like she would just need to vote with the military, and the, you know, whatever the people wanted, they just have to go along with the majority vote.
Right.
So what's the motivation for her to overthrow the government that she's already a leader of?
Well, I think that Tormata is so like power hungry and has this big weapon that she feels like she has to vote with him. And
Because
I
if
think, I think that's what Trover's doing too.
she feels like maybe she'll be in the crosshairs if she doesn't.
Yeah, he's just gonna blow her up
Yeah.
if she doesn't act like she's like with him.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, but she basically just replaced the triangle with a new triangle with Tormata as the military.
Yeah,
and-
but it's just
and-
three
and-
people now, which is way more simple.
Well, it was
That's
always
what
three
it-
people.
That's what it
yeah.
was before.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if that's true or not because wasn't
No,
there
were
was
like groups.
there was the 3 representatives.
Yes.
But the people behind the representatives that were in those little stands, those were those people that were like helping them.
Yeah,
make
they
decisions.
were all part of the triangle.
They were all part of the triangle.
It was so Travanti is a republic, right?
Yeah.
And basically the senators who were sitting behind them, they don't really have like, you know, like their representatives kind of speak for them. And so like if the bank didn't kill any of her senators, like if they were able to get out of there, you know, in one piece, she just replaced 2 wedges of the triangle with like 2 new people. So like it doesn't make any sense to me why she would feel the need to do that.
Two new people that were on her side.
On her
like we're
same page.
Well,
as
no,
her.
Tormata wasn't in the triangle, was he? He was
No.
just a minion.
No, but Tormata becomes the military and Travere becomes the people. And so she just swapped out the 2 guys that were already there for like 2 new people.
that were because they're in cahoots.
But the whole thing is like all they need is like a simple majority to make a decision. So like if she wanted to, you know, go off and conquer other lands, like the military was all for that. So
But
she
I
didn't
think-
need to replace them.
I think Tormata wanted to show like how much power he has so that no one would question him moving forward.
Well, if Tormata really wanted to do that, why does he need a triangle? Why couldn't he just become a dictator? Like, why couldn't he just kill everyone and take over?
I don't know. Call him up and ask him.
I mean, like, there was like some hardcore politicking going on here, but the politics don't make any sense if you really stop and think about it. And also that scene where basically Harlan gets blown up, and then like he wakes up at Travere's place.
He's got like a
again.
bruise.
Yeah, I was like, number one, how did she find him? Number two, how did he survive that? Because you'd think that like he was close enough to that explosion where his ears would be blown out. And then how did she find him after he got blown up and get him back to her place?
Yeah.
Like there was just so much stuff.
They skipped a lot.
Yeah.
They did that classic blunder where they
The classic blunder.
The classic blunder.
Never get involved in a land war in Asia.
Right. And the second, no,
Only slightly lesser known.
is don't knock out your characters and then cut to them being in a different place. That never works.
I think I get what Matt's saying. I really do.
Yeah.
But for some reason, in this case, it doesn't bother me.
Mhm.
It's just at this point, I am turn my brain off and enjoy the show mode.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For this scene-
for the whole, it's like, oh, we got to replace the triumvirate with a different triumvirate and stuff. That's like, I don't care.
Okay.
They made a coup. He blew the shit out of the people that was in their way, and now they got people that are on the same page in power now.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
But then in
Doesn't
the later
bother me at all.
scene, the bank is like, you know, like if the people don't accept us, like, you know, our coup will fail. And it's like, well, then why? Like you were in a position where you didn't need to do the coup. Why did you do it in the first place?
Just blow them up.
So maybe they're gonna rub
That
poop on each other's
it
faces.
sounds like
or
a
something.
soft drink commercial. Do the coup.
No, I think they were just trying to get people in there that they were more aligned with, because I think they were probably going to start, like the bank was fighting with Flanagan's character, and then the people, they could have been wishy-washy. They were
She
having a hard
wasn't
time.
fighting with the Flanagan character though, because Flanagan, you know, like he was for military action against Paya.
And they thought they were on the same side for a minute.
Well, the whole thing about the bank is like if she really wanted to be like a super aggressive military force, the military was right there with her. She didn't need to replace him. Like their stuff wasn't misaligned. But in the scene where like she's like, we need to wait for Travere to return, the whole reason that she sided with the people in that instance is because she's in cahoots with Travere for like the coup.
Maybe it was Tormata's idea. He's like, hey, I'll go along with you on this, but I want to be the new military.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a minion
Yeah,
anymore.
I think that Tormata is the brain behind
Yeah,
all of
but-
this.
but-
He's a scientist, you guys.
But why would Tormata? Why wouldn't he just take over as a dictator if he's got control over these
'Cause he wants
weapons?
friends.
Like he could have killed off the entire triangle and be like, "Hey, I'm in charge now because I can blow up anything," and people would have just been like, "Okay, well, I guess we don't have any choice but to go along with him." And like he didn't need to share power.
Maybe it's harder than we think.
He wants yes men behind him.
That's also true. All right, Jude.
I'm just glad to have Hewlett back.
Yeah.
It's been 2 episodes since we've
I
seen it.
wanted more of Hewlett and Flanagan.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
just glad to have Hewlett back monologuing.
Yeah.
Oh, when he was talking about where the coal came from
Oh,
the
yeah.
earth.
Need
was so
more
good.
Great.
Hewlett monologues.
Yes.
Science.
I'm really bummed because Momoa is just gonna fuck him up.
Oh,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
At some point this season,
It's going to be brutal.
Hewlett's dead.
Actually,
He's gonna die.
Oh,
Actually,
for sure.
Actually, I think Ranger is probably going to be the one to kill him.
Yeah, probably.
No.
I
think so.
want that.
I don't think so.
I think Ranger's gonna die, and that gives Momoa the motivation to go full Momoa, and then he's gonna be the one that kills.
I just feel
Tormata.
bad that Flanagan died off screen because I know
right?
they talked
That's a
about
bummer.
how there were supposed to be another scene between Hewlett and Flanagan, but for whatever logistical reasons, like they weren't able to shoot it. And so this is all we get. And like, we just see Flanagan just walking off and then like the
It's
explosion.
like, just give us that one little scene.
Yeah.
That's all we want. It's like, all we really want is
a Stargate Atlantis recast.
all we really want is, Luke, Leia, and Han and Chewie in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon one more time, right?
Yep.
That's all we want.
That's it.
Yeah, we didn't even get Hewlett, Flanagan, and Momoa together in one
The same scene.
Well, come on, guys.
do
Chopper
it.
didn't even know they were on the same show.
Make it happen.
Yeah,
He was like,
Stargate what?
He's like, Stargate what? What the fuck are you talking about?
He's like,
That's it. I'm done.
Should I watch it? Is it good?
This is Star Wars level bad now. I'm out. I'm out.
I think
Phantom Menace, unite.
we're
out of here.
I think it's funny. Chopper didn't even watch Game of Thrones. He's like,
He's a
little
busy
who?
guy.
Like Tiny Finger? What's that?
Tiny fingers.
I know, right?
Small hands?
All right.
Smells like cabbage?
All right, Jim.
Little toe. Huh?
Let's get going.
A storm rolls into Pensa. Queen Magra sits in the rain and laments to June that she's a weak bitch and hopes really hard she'll be able to kill her sister the next time they find her. But June informs her that their already useless dogs will be useless in tracking her after the storm. Meanwhile, Sybeth stumbles through the rain with a piece of bark over her head. She finds a cave and has an oh-so-Sybeth giggle about her good luck. Also, there's a rattlesnake in the cave. Cut between shots of Magra whistle sorting while Sybeth trips balls from snake venom. In the morning, Sybeth wakes up hella hungover with a dead rattlesnake in her hand. We've all been there. How did the snake die? How did Sybeth survive? Is she so evil that the snake died when it bit her? Who cares? It's snake for breakfast.
This scene made no sense.
That's not how snake bites work.
Well, she is so evil and black inside that, a deadly venom bite from a rattlesnake.
Backfired.
But the
snake got
flesh
backwashed.
wound.
It's just like an LSD trip, and she absorbs it and works with it. And at the end.
And it makes her more
and
powerful.
she becomes the queen of snakes.
Yes.
And,
Oh, we're going like superhero route.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
So she's the queen of snakes now.
She's
Yeah.
the queen of fucking snakes, dude.
Yeah.
She is full evil now.
Well, what was the James Earl Jones clan in Conan?
Ooh,
Casa Doom?
Khazad-dûm.
Khazad-dûm?
Oh.
Yeah, she's the queen of Casa Doom now.
okay.
Well, she
She needs to come back
queen
with the big snake hat.
Yeah, man. She's fully embraced her evilness now, and like not like she hadn't before, but now she's like leveled up.
She went and got superpowers.
She went and got superpowers from a snake. And,
God damn.
That's
she-
how
she
Spider-Man
ate
did it.
Yeah.
She got in the cave that she found when
She
she was
went-
wandering through, which was kind of cool.
She went full Gollum.
And
Yeah.
she found the snake, killed the snake after she tripped balls on it, and she ate it and absorbed its
Power.
and becomes one with the snake. And yeah,
Ooh, and now she can have like Beastmaster vision.
she's probably got venom poison on her shank.
On her little
yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Oh shit! She takes her shank out and she goes,
Yeah.
and venom shoots out of her
Okay.
wrist.
Well, I was
She's
thinking
a-
like
she's a
the
super-
shank is now poisonous.
If she wasn't a
maybe.
supervillain before, she is a supervillain now.
Well,
She is.
Alex, I want to ask you. So, like, what happens when a rattlesnake bites you? Like, realistically,
Why are you asking me that?
You fucking die.
Not always.
It depends on the amount of venom,
It's not the
obviously.
most poisonous snake in the world.
But you're in deep
pretty
shit.
fucked.
You're in deep shit for sure, especially if it gets to your heart. Where did she get bit at?
no idea.
Yeah.
We don't know?
Never clear. No.
I thought it was on
well,
like the
she
leg or
wakes
something.
up with it in her hand. I assume she got bit
think it
like
was
on
on
her
her
arm.
arm. It was
Okay.
on her
If it's on your arm, you're pretty much fucked.
Yeah.
Because it's really close to your heart. The closer to the heart you get, the worse it is. But usually it's a degrading, it like disintegrates your fucking blood.
Yeah.
It's a horrific poison. You'll swell up, it gets to your heart, and then your heart will stop. You're gonna die.
Well,
Like 9 times out of 10.
This was the 10.
But she's the prophesied queen.
Yeah.
She is
Go ahead.
the queen of snakes.
Go ahead, James.
what is weird is the show doesn't make it clear whether or not she got bitten. It's kind of assumed that she did, but like,
Well, why was she
Well,
tripping
she
balls?
was tripping
Oh,
balls.
she was-
She
it
clearly got bitten.
Exactly, but it might have been like a dream or something like that. I don't know, but like they were never clear as to what happened in that scene.
Maybe.
I think she
I
was
think the
absolutely
show
bitten.
thinks that they were clear.
Yeah,
I never questioned the fact that
No, she got bit. For sure.
Never, not once.
Yeah.
because it showed the snake go,
Yeah.
and then
for
she
sure.
goes like, oh, and she starts freaking
but
out.
when she wakes up the next morning, she's got the snake's head in her hand, and
Right.
like she like snapped its neck.
Yeah.
So like the idea there
Oh,
is
she
that
JCVD'd it.
yeah, she might have hard targeted it.
She
Or
grabbed it, punched it. Passed out.
Exactly. So like she wakes up having caught the snake and killed it before it had a chance to bite her.
But
so like
there's no reason to trip balls though if she didn't get any
exactly.
venom.
So
So,
that's why this scene's so confusing.
Okay, how about
I wasn't confused.
while she punched it, she nicked its fang and she got a little bit
We're trying too hard. We're trying too hard.
She got bit, she lived, she tripped balls, and now she's the queen of snakes.
It would have been better if she had accidentally licked a toad or something like that.
Or,
And then she started tripping balls.
You know what I was thinking? I was thinking is if she was out there foraging for food and she just picked up some random mushrooms.
Bad mushrooms, yeah.
Ate a mushroom and
would've been
tripped
cool.
balls.
Oh, like your tea earlier.
Yes. I had mushroom tea to fuck me up.
But I think symbolically, like she had to like die and be reborn or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
She went from captured. She dumped her stupid blind kid. She escaped, and
Wolfie.
she became one with the earth.
Yeah.
And she bested the wolves. She found her new cave. She found her new spirit animal.
Her new scent.
And then she took a bath.
And she consumed it. Then she
She does
cleaned
get a
herself
bath.
up.
Yep. She took a bath
And
after this.
then at the end, some stuff happened.
I just
And,
Can we talk about Tamakti June for a second?
Oh, he's a
Sure.
He's
bitch,
just
dude.
talking to Magra.
Wow, can we talk about Magra first?
please take it away.
I do not like her now. She is completely useless.
She is in the same league for me as Haniwa and Kofun.
Oh yeah,
There's a triangle of idiots in that family.
and
What did she do specifically?
Magra, trying to talk like Queen Kane, doesn't know how to do it really very good. She's a terrible queen, and I'm actually yeah, it was pretty good, huh?
Perpetually, yeah, it was good. Perpetually disappointed in everyone around her.
Yeah, it's like I just want to go out in the wilderness and bone Jason Momoa.
I
Because,
mean,
Then fucking go.
and I can't really, queen anything because I can't make a decision, and I don't want to kill my sister, even though she's the most evil fucking cunt that ever lived.
Like I want her to
And-
die, but like I don't want to kill her.
I don't want to make the hard decision.
she's in her bedroom in this scene. In
No,
one of these.
she's on the porch.
Well, yeah, that's right. She's sitting in the rain. She's like, I find myself wondering if she's safe. Like, you just wanted to kill her like a minute ago.
Yeah,
Why? Because you hope she's dead? I hope that's what you think.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I'm making Magra's dead.
Margaret died.
She's gonna die at the end of the season.
Also, Sybeth literally just tried to kill like Magra's oldest son.
Yeah.
So like you'd think that she'd be like a little bit pissed off.
And her
especially
grandchild.
like she dropped her grandchild on his head. But Tamakta June comes out and he just kind of like lays it out. He's like, I'm not charming. I have no bedside manner. You're stupid. And our worthless dogs are going to be even more worthless after this rain.
All right, let's keep going, Jude.
I mean, you might as well just eat the dogs because they're not worth anything else.
Our blind dogs. We didn't even talk about how good No is going to be at protecting the palace. As
No
opposed
has to be the one in charge at the end of the season.
This is the most poorly protected
City.
capital building in the world. And we didn't talk about Tamakta June like Matt wanted to either. So.
Oh, what did you want to talk about him?
I want to talk about like him coming out and just having no bedside manner and telling Magra like, oh yeah, Sybeth's escaped because you didn't take the chance to kill her.
And she's like, kick me while I'm down. And he's like, yeah, what if, yeah.
But his thing is he keeps it real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I like about Tamakta June. It's like, listen, you fucked up and now you're going to pay the price. And
she's like, why aren't you trying to charm me? I'm the queen. And he's like, I've seen what happens to men who try to charm you. You
don't fuck them.
You just drag them along for a while, not fucking them.
You just put the camera on Sylvia and just hey, listen, eat a snake.
Listen.
And she's just going to own that camera. I love it.
I don't think this show gets any love in like the circles in the Hollywood world, and everything. But I think Sylvia deserves like an Emmy.
Oh my God, she's amazing.
I'm not even lying.
I hate her character, and that is a testament to her prowess as an actor.
Yeah.
Look at her. She's going full Smeagol.
We all
Just
hate,
rubbing the
we all
snake.
hate her, but we all love her at the same time.
Yeah.
We're just so into it.
We love to hate her.
Oh,
Honestly,
yeah,
if she
man.
had died already, I'd be bored with the show.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You have
It's
to.
like,
have
I want to
something.
know what she's really eating in that scene when she's eating that snake right there. It's like,
It's fucking snake, dude.
it's like, it's like there's some like jerky or something.
Look
They're
at
like,
her face.
Oh my god, she's so happy.
Fucking glee.
it's so nasty. It's
Oh.
like, "Ah." And that looks like a real fucking snake.
They did a
I'm
good
not
job.
sorry,
Again,
man.
the
It
prop
is.
department.
It
There was an
does.
already dead snake because no snakes were harmed in the filming of this episode.
It's stretchy and it's got texture to it.
Yeah, dude.
And it moves. I've held dead snakes in my hand.
It looked
and
just
that's
like that.
exactly what it
I
looks
know,
like.
dude. I know.
It's weird.
It's so
right?
weird. Shout out to the
Yeah,
prop
the,
department.
the baby and the snake effects in the show are quite top notch.
Dude,
Very
I still
good.
have nightmares
Yeah.
about that baby being popped out.
Like, now she's all clean.
Just took me off guard.
It's just like jiggling there. Ah, hold it! Somebody hold it! Jesus Christ! All right, Kate.
You know,
Katish,
Sylvia for awards. Absolutely.
yeah, I'm there
she
for it.
deserves some awards.
I'm there
Are you
for
gonna
it.
start calling me Katish
No,
too
I'm
after
so
we're married?
it's force of habit. Sorry. No.
Go ahead,
Oh
Jude.
God, that's right. Ugh.
It's not easy.
Hyphen. Put a hyphen in there. All right, Jude, take it away.
Back in Travantes, the new triangle meets. It's just 3 people. Tormata's like, Trover, can you kill your boyfriend, please? And Trover's like, no, you guys, let's trust him not to betray us, even though he's made it very clear he's not on board. And the bank is still worried they'll be hung for treason, even though, like, by who? You killed everyone. Discuss.
Okay, so this is where Katish's plot points start falling apart.
Yeah, yeah.
And this whole thing was funny because Hewlett's there and he's basically like, calm your tits, Trover. Like you're not all that you you're not that hot enough to keep Harlan under control. So we got to kill this guy.
Yeah.
You overestimate your own appeal, Trover.
Like Tormata is just so condescending to Trover. There are too many T's
Right?
for these characters.
Tomata
Trover's
June,
like-
Tormata,
yeah.
Trover,
Travantes.
blah, blah, blah.
Taniwa, Tofu.
There was a lot of T's, huh?
Yeah.
Toad.
Toad.
All right.
What's up with that?
I don't know.
Well, I do want to point out, so like this does establish the fact that Trover is putting her neck on the line for Harlan, even though he's made it extremely clear where his loyalties lie.
Yeah.
She still thinks that she can turn him to the dark side.
Yeah.
And Hewlett's just sitting there, and I'm just wondering, like, why does Hewlett need either of these people to?
He really doesn't,
Trover
does he?
is just totally digmatized.
You just
It's
made
like,
that word
I
up.
just see Tormata sitting there. Like, I feel like he's working the other two. He's just sitting there going,
Yeah.
doing this thing
Yeah.
in the background.
And like the bank's argument here is that she's worried that the people won't accept the coup that happened.
Mhm.
But the whole thing about coups is that you have the military might to put down any resistance.
Yeah, we have the army now.
Yeah, so why does she need to worry about what the people think, especially considering the fact that they have bombs?
Yeah.
They could literally just blow up half the city if they wanted
It's
to.
like, we have hand grenades.
We have the power to walk in and fuck shit up.
Yeah. There really is no reason for them to be worried at all. Like
Right.
we are the new controlling force in the city,
Yeah.
like it or not.
Yeah, and I still think like I'm just wondering, well, why does Tormata need either of these people?
Right. Yeah.
Like this wasn't
He
a
could
very
just
well
be
thought out plot point.
He could just be sitting alone on a mountain of dicks, planting his pole, being like, I
A
rule.
mountain of bombs. Like
Yeah.
I am the
Yeah.
master.
Yeah. Just coming all over
Hey,
him.
man, as
Jesus
long-
Christ, dude.
Hey, bombs make him horny.
Yeah, the way he was like Doctor Strange loving that bomb. In
He's-
the
Oh, yeah.
triangle.
He's like, science, we'll save you.
All right, Jude, let's keep going.
Okay, back at Camp Baba Voss, Baba tells Kofun about he and Poopbeard's history, growing up together, and that Poopbeard hates Tormata because Tormata tortured and experimented on him for years. The next day at the House of Enlightenment, the guards are dicks. They deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. Baba creates the world's most obvious distraction by basically just going, yoo-hoo, guards, over here. And every single guard goes to check out the strange noise while the rest of the group goes in search of the hostages. Charlotte murders the fuck out of the asshole guards, and Hanawa breaks out Shiva, Olamon's sister, from one of the locked cells, but doesn't check to see if there's anyone else in a locked cell. Baba and his fecal friend take out all the guards outside the compound, and Kofun is there too. Just as they finish off the guards, Kofun sees the Travantians are on their way with an army to come get their bombs. The crew all rushes back inside the compound to prepare for the coming fight.
They also see Harlan among the
Yeah.
Travantians.
Yeah.
Well, Hanawa does.
Yeah.
You just notice how Kofun is always just like this close
To getting killed.
to getting his ass kicked every single time.
Yes.
He's getting better at surviving.
I agree. I agree. He is getting better, but he is not good at this job.
It's like, you know what really kind of bugs me about this thing at the beginning of the scene. It's like, you know, you got all of Drum Morel's kids. They're in there doing, you know,
Slave labor.
Child labor.
They're in there doing the drug lab shit.
Yeah.
You know, oh, we're gonna mix this and this and put this in here.
With their masks on and
You
stuff.
know,
Yeah.
and they can see. They're not restrained. They're not bound. They have nothing going on with them. And you got two fucking blind dudes
Guarding the whole room.
You know, they're listening very intently
Yeah, and
about making them, you know, make sure you work hard.
And-
I said fucking work. You know, it's like, fuck you.
And did you notice
You
neither
know,
of those guards had any like mask coverings to
Yeah.
shield them from the toxic fumes that
Yeah,
they
it's
were
just-
like dealing with?
Yeah, that's right. They had masks on and stuff, and the other guys didn't. But this is where this whole premise of this show, I feel like they dropped the ball because there's no way 2 or 3 or even 4 or 5 blind guards
Like even the kids
are
could've
going
taken
to restrain and make these 4 or 5 sighted people work under slave labor conditions. It doesn't work. It does not work in my head.
It has been established on the show that sighted people are very noisy.
Oh my god.
So it's not like they could have snuck up on them.
So the guards are trained for fighting. I can buy.
Don't care.
I don't understand. Let me finish. I can buy that premise because the guards are more adept at fighting than the 9-year-old little girl. But here's the thing that I have a hard time with, and it's along the same lines. These guards don't know what they're doing.
No.
So these kids, and especially the older one, can say, "Look, they're forcing us to build these things. That doesn't mean we have to build them right.
Right.
We can make a bunch of duds.
They can Death Star it.
They could Death Star. They'll never know that these are duds until they get out there in the battlefield and they try to ignite them and it doesn't work. And then it's too late.
Yeah.
I'm like, why aren't they doing that? Why isn't one of them going, hey, look, let's just mess up the mixture
I mean,
a little bit.
it's
They're never gonna know.
I mean, it's in one of those things that's easy to tear apart about this show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't want to tear apart the show, but man, sometimes
It would have been
you know,
nice.
to me, this is like up there with the Master Blaster units at the fucking fight at the battle. It's like, all right, up 2, left 3, Funk. You know, it's
3
like,
clicks south.
it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You know, there's just no way that would ever fly in a real world situation. It's just,
Also, all of these sighted kids, teenagers, adults, whatever, they've all been like living and breathing the scripture of Jerla Morel. You think Jerla Morel didn't teach him how to fight?
oh yeah. For sure.
They could have taken
Listen,
those
when
guns.
when Baba Voss in season 1, when Baba Voss and his dipshit kids approached Dorland Morel's little sanctuary,
Yeah.
they had to like navigate the
Soundtrack.
canyon of
Yeah.
death with these archers.
Oh, those people are dead.
You know, they couldn't move 3 inches without getting an arrow in the foot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just, I don't know. I'm having a hard time.
Well, those were
Buying into this.
Travantian archers that Ito had sent there to guard the
It's
place.
just,
But
still,
the thing that gets me is number one, Shiva is a real bitch, especially when Hanawa shows up to rescue her, and she's just like, what are you doing here?
Well, because the
my
last time
God.
she saw Hanawa was when they all like decided to sell away Hanawa.
Yeah, but
So she's expecting Hanawa to be a bitch to her.
well, but I mean the fact that like Hanawa's there to like open up her cell, and you know, like she's being
Rescue
her and
them.
her siblings are being abused by these guards.
Yeah.
for like a year, 9 months at least.
Hanawa just wants to rescue her brothers and sisters.
But
You
wasn't-
know?
Yeah, and it wasn't until like Shiva found out that Olaman was dead where she's like, okay, I guess I'll be cool with you now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that whole thing, like you think that like Shiva would be like, oh my God, I'm so glad that you're here and you're letting me out and we can like, you know, stop, you know, being slaves for like the Travantians or something like that. Like her reaction didn't seem genuine to me. But also, did you guys notice that Kofun, when he was out fighting? So remember at the beginning of season 2 where Boba
I'm sorry,
Voss-
did you just say Kofun and fighting in the same
I
sentence?
just laughed.
I know, but remember,
You mean there was a fight going on around Kofun?
Yeah,
well,
pretty
if,
much.
if,
Let
you
him
guys,
finish,
if
let
you
him
guys remember when Baba Voss showed him how like stab a guy and then like
Yes.
shove the sword up, and
Yeah.
Kofun does that.
He does
move.
it. Yeah, I did notice
good
that.
for him.
It was
Yeah,
great.
but I thought for a guy with a kidney wound in the back, he did very well.
He's moving
in the
good.
fight. Yeah.
He's moving
Got a
well.
lot of mobility.
Yeah.
I'd be laid up in bed.
Good job.
That'd be fun.
Most people would. But Kofun is so superhero tough.
Spectacular.
He is amazing.
But he's also the one who didn't want to go. He's like, oh, you mean you want me to rescue the people that sold us into slavery?
They didn't sell you, dipshit.
They wanted your
Where's
dick,
his- where's
which
his son?
didn't work, by the way.
Who has this kid?
Magra.
Magra?
Magra and Wolf.
While she's
No, the
moping
dog.
around?
The dog's taking care of him.
Yeah, they tied the baby to the dog.
It's fine.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
they
It's
just put a
better
puppy.
off that way.
Where's Wolfie Van Halen? Playing guitar, you
He's
know,
safer.
in the studio.
Wolfie didn't know.
Well, it was also interesting to see like Hewlett show up with his like little army to collect some more bombs, and Harlan's with them.
Yeah.
And so like it looks like the next episode, House of Enlightenment is going to be under siege by Tormada's armies, and Boba Voss is going to have to regulate. So it could be interesting.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it.
Got one more scene to get through.
Okay, go ahead.
Magra tries to convince her council that bombs are real and the Travantians have them. Instead of telling them, hey, maybe we should hide in the mountains. I know a great place. She's like, let's stay and hit them with rocks and sticks. Who's with me? And everybody's like, us, I guess. And Magra's like, and they're like, is there another choice? And Magra's like, nope. Hey, Tamakta June, you think the Witchfinders are done worshiping me for not hanging them? Let's get them suited up to fight too. Meanwhile, at the Witchfinders rally, who should show up? The Queen. No, not that one. The one with the new rattlesnake queen bells. She jumps out like, surprise, motherfucker! And she's here to build an army of her own to take back her throne.
Rattlesnake shape.
Yes. She's the
Perfect.
queen.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
perfect.
Yes.
She's gonna
So
go
perfect.
full Medusa.
I fucking
yeah.
hope so.
Yeah.
God, I hope
Yeah.
so.
If
Queen of
she
snakes.
doesn't, I'm fucking done.
I know, man. I'm done.
You can't have her go down the freaking hallucinogenic rattlesnake hole
Yeah.
and come out the other end and not be just
Not have rattlesnakes on
with
their
a
fingers.
fucking rattlesnake skin something
Yeah, yeah.
or other.
Uh-huh.
Like, yes.
Uh-huh.
I'm in.
All of it.
Oh shit! She's gonna make a rattlesnake like a sling, and she's gonna put her baby in it.
You know what?
She's done with that baby. The
You know what
baby's
pisses
blind.
me off right now?
What's up?
You know what really upsets me about this show?
What's up?
I hope Queen Kane wins.
I kind of want her to.
I hope Sybeth wins.
She's a better queen.
She's way better queen.
I'm gonna die on this hill.
takes no shit. She fucks up her enemies. You know,
So here's a question, because
Tamakta June's gonna switch sides again.
so
You know,
she's
it's
gonna
like, yes,
take
my
over.
Queen. Okay.
Let's get a high level view of this. Let's look at the old HLV. So let's look at this. So we've got Magra, who's got Tamakta June and like kind of an army, but not a really great one.
Yeah,
We've
they
got Travantes, who's under new.
Put your foot soldier.
She doesn't have an army. She's got like other people's friends.
She's got what's their Rosencrantz and what's their name?
Guildenstern.
He's got them guys. And then
Oh,
we've
good.
got the Travantians
She's got
she's got with their army and their bombs and Tormata.
You're
and
trying
then-
to hold my hand.
On the other side, we've got Queen Kane and the Witchfinders.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to convince the Witchfinders to work for them. And they're going to be like, look, Tormata uses sighted people to create these bombs. They're witch bombs. The Witchfinders are going to want to fight Tormata. Kane's just going to, or not Kane, Magra's just going to fuck off somewhere. She's going to be by herself. I can't imagine that she's going to be able to be in this fight.
I thought it was funny that in her small council meeting, she was like, can we recruit the Witchfinders that I just spared to fight for us? And she's like, and Tamakti's like, you mean the ones that you were all going to kill?
Yeah.
She's like,
and,
no.
and the ones that have been plotting your overthrow and sowing discontent and all this other stuff. Like Magra's just so stupid. And then like,
so bad at ruling.
if you remember our last kind of review of the show, where I said she should have at least killed the ringleader,
Yeah.
and like let the others go. And the very next scene, we're like, Lucian's there,
Lucian.
basically like preparing an insurrection, like they're going to go attack the queen and overthrow her.
Yeah.
And they've got like their gasoline cans all from the abandoned gas station
Yeah.
that they've made their headquarters and stuff like that. And I was just sitting there watching
That
that.
500-year-old gasoline.
Yeah. And I was sitting there watching that, and I was like, you just knew that he was going to go back and foment, like a rebellion.
Yeah.
And so like Magra's the merciful decision last episode was just like so predictably bad.
Yeah.
And then like when Sybeth shows up and that's the big reveal, it's not Magra there to try to recruit them. It's like Sybeth. It's just like, oh God. First of all, like I was wondering, like, how did Sybeth know about them and where to find them? But then I remembered Harmony said that like there's another option, so like Harmony could have like told her.
She was only like a quarter mile away down the creek.
Yeah. She went down to the cave.
Yeah, no big deal.
Hung out for a night.
Yeah, she just walked up
And then
the
came
water.
back.
Yeah,
She slithered back into the city with her snake powers.
I'm telling you guys, the distances we're talking about in this show are not that far.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's like from here over to BJ's Tavern.
I mean, we're talking about two different kingdoms, which are Travantes and Pensa. It's
like 60 miles.
Detroit and Pennsylvania.
No, it's State College to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Which is basically a 3-hour drive. So like I guess you could walk it in maybe like
3-4 days.
Right.
A couple of days.
Yeah. Anyway, I just think it's funny that we have these armies. We have the 3 factions that are going to be going towards the ending of this season. And I'm like, I can't see Magra as being a player in this. It's going to be
She's
Queen.
weak.
Remember when we thought the Ganites were going to be a big deal this season?
They just destroyed them.
What sweet summer children we were.
We just blew them up.
I wonder if there weren't any COVID restrictions, if the Ganites would have played a bigger role.
Maybe.
You know what's going to happen is the Hendersonians are going to come in and they're going to fuck them all up.
Yeah.
From the West?
From the West, the Western Army.
They've been on a fucking Moses mission for the last 200 years.
Looking for water.
Wandering through the desert.
Well, we should also point out that this episode was the midway point of the season.
Yep.
So like, like this is half the season's gone.
Yep. This is the turning point.
When is we got 3 more episodes?
Got 4 more episodes.
Till the penultimate episode.
Oh,
no.
Shit. And then we're gonna get really drunk.
Yeah.
And I haven't done a penultimate.
Oh, God damn it.
I'm out.
I haven't done one of those drinking games in a while.
It's going to be fun.
But you know what?
Wait till the end.
We've been hard on this episode.
Oh, yeah. We've been hard on this whole season.
This season we've been, but you know what? And I'm not saying this because I'm a shill. I'm still loving this. I really am.
Same.
It's so
I get-
goofy and weird and it's kind of off the rails.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's nothing else like it on television.
No.
It does not take itself super seriously. And I think that's what I appreciate about this show. You know, there's shows out there that are being played right now, like Lord of the Rings. We talk about that show every week on this channel. I fucking hate it. I hate talking about it. Every Saturday morning I wake up and I go, fuck. I got to talk about this stupid ass show. And it's just I don't want to talk about it. This show, it's badly good and it's fun and awesome. And I look forward to discussing this show every week because I love this show and I love everybody in it because they know what they're doing with this show. I think in a weird way.
What I always love is like, it doesn't matter what's happening in the show. We can see these characters and these actors playing them. They're having a blast.
I would say I would say the same thing about this show. I think even if we hadn't interviewed half the cast already.
Yeah.
You know, because this show is not taking itself super seriously.
They just look like they're having fun.
They look like they're having fun.
Like Sylvia eating that snake. I've
the
never
last
seen anybody
season.
eat a snake like
Dude,
that.
Hewlett chews the scenery every
Yes.
time
He
he's on
absolutely
screen.
does. And I'm not lying when I said earlier that I think Sylvia deserves an Emmy. She fucking does.
She
She
does.
owns it.
She owns this character. She becomes this character. And it's and you know, I'm not method. I'm not a method actor. It's like, okay, I think you are. But you know,
I also think
I love it.
I think it'd be interesting, like if this show was on something like Netflix or Amazon as opposed to Apple TV.
Yeah, it's a
where
little buried.
more people could get exposed to it.
I feel like this is going to be the kind of show that, like, in 10 years, it's going to be a cult classic.
Oh, for sure.
I see people on Twitter right now going, I don't know, because Hewlett tweeted something out about him, like, this is the scene I'm in, and somebody tweeted under him.
What
he's
show
like,
is this?
what show is this? I've never even heard of it.
Yeah.
Sounds great. I'm going to go check it out. Like,
Yeah.
people just don't know about it.
Yeah.
But here we are.
So I was on one of the C Facebook groups this morning, and I took a couple of screenshots about what people in the group are saying about Kofun.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
God.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay.
I can only imagine. That worthless pile of
I
dog shit.
liked one of them said "co-fool."
Yeah.
That's good. I like
That's
that.
good.
Diego Calvone said, What I liked the most about the last chapter is that Kofun was stabbed twice.
That was the best part of the episode.
Yeah. And then somebody commented, Aiko C. Carey commented, I'll never understand how he thinks. He's always moping around and looking completely lost. And even with sight, he still can't fight.
Oh, God, we're not alone.
It's true. It's true.
That's amazing.
Sam Spade said, Kofun is my least favorite character.
That's it?
That's it.
All right.
Armoni Steve said, Kofun is Kofool. I just can't with him.
Yep.
I hope Archie is taking this with a
Dude, that kid's
with a
on.
grain of salt because,
I feel like the
nothing on him.
first season, everybody was this hard on Queen Kane because everybody hated her character, but now we've grown to love to hate her.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's the same.
Yeah.
It's just his character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God's power, Osakplo lore. And a lot of these are English second language, so I'm not sure what this means, but it says, my dog will win Kofool in a piggy fight. I agree.
That's good.
I agree.
That's almost a t-shirt.
Same person said, a blind dog is better than Kofool.
Kofool.
Anthony Dean said, Kofun is so annoying and always has been, ... Such a moron.
Wow.
Wow.
That's it.
We love you, Archie.
We love you.
Yeah.
We love you, Archie.
And you know what's funny is in the first season, so when they introduced the grown-up versions of Hanawa and Kofun, Hanawa is kind of like the more bloodthirsty minded.
Yeah.
She's like, I could kill anyone, no one ever know. And it looked like they were setting up Kofun to be like the Tyrion Lannister, where he could read, he could see people's expressions, he was observant.
Yeah.
And so he might not have been the best fighter, but he was going to be smarter and shrewder than Hanawa was. And they totally dropped the ball on that character, and they just made him worthless and annoying. And we had great hopes going into the season that they were going to fix Kofun after they kind of set up Toad's mentorship and his reconnection with his father in season 2. And then in this season so far, Kofun has just gotten worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's uncanny.
It's so weird. I don't know what they're doing with him.
He likes hand jobs.
Yeah.
So
Well, I also think that he has to owe money to the writers or something like that. They have to, the writers must hate Kofun.
I don't know. In the real world, he's out there. He's got a couple more projects under his belt now with some pretty big names. So he's making moves.
I'm not saying Archie's a bad actor or anything like that. I'm just saying the character is being so mismanaged.
I wonder
that it's almost comical.
I wonder if we're supposed to hate him, right?
You have to at this point.
Everyone does.
They know they're writing him as a complete.
It's the final season. Burn it down.
shit.
Yeah.
So-
I think I agree. I think the whole idea of the
Does he
season is
live?
burn it down.
Does he live at the end?
Maybe.
You think he does?
Maybe.
Become the savior?
Goes-
Well,
Is
he
he
has
the-
to become a good dad.
Yeah.
That's his journey.
Is he the Bran Stark of the sea universe?
Jesus. It's a three-eyed raven.
Is he going to become?
God.
Is he going to become the king?
He sits on the throne at the end of the season. We're all like, fuck! God damn it!
Yeah, no, but he loses his sight so he can finally be happy.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. He gets blinded by a bomb. Bombs goes off and it's shrapnel in his
come
eyes.
that would be the
Circle.
worst.
And that'll be it. And then
be
he
the
becomes an awesome character.
But then he would never be a good blind person either because he wasn't
He's
born
not
that way.
quiet. Yeah. He can't do shit.
Oh, Jesus.
If you're born blind, you're a little different than somebody that went blind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's got to
Do
learn.
you-
There's a learning curve for sure.
Do you think Magra's going to get enough balls to finally kill her sister by the end of the season?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
I hope so.
Well,
hope so.
she's practicing that whistle sword for a
But
reason.
I
Yeah.
really hope. I kind of hope Sybeth takes her out with her. That'd be kind of cool.
Well,
Just rid the world of that. Of both of them.
it's kind of funny because they're setting up Sybeth versus Magra. They're setting up Hewlett versus Momoa, and they're setting up Lucian versus Tamakta June. So
Yeah.
every main character has their own kind of foil.
battle
That
we
Royale.
didn't really ever talk about Lucian. He's the Witchfinder guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I kind of dig him.
He's cool. At
Kinda
least
like
he's
him.
consistent.
Yeah, he is very much a consistent character.
Yeah.
I kind of like. What else has he been in?
So
I feel like
he's in Warrior.
familiar.
He's in
actually,
Warrior.
yeah.
Okay, who is he in Warrior?
He's the Irish mob boss guy.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I love him in Warrior.
It's a good show.
He's hot.
Has he been in anything else or just Chopper show?
I'm sure he's been in other stuff. I'm not too familiar with his filmography.
Is he like in a MCU movie or something?
No.
Not that I know of. You guys ready to wrap this up?
Some dude in
Cool.
like a. I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever, man.
All right, we're gonna polish this up. V, where can they find you on the socials, bud?
Oh, socials. You can find me at Matt Bader 74 on the Twitter, the Instagram, the YouTube, the
Saturday mornings
here on this channel.
Pimp that shit.
Talking about Lord of the Rings and newsy stuff and current stuff and things.
Cool.
Yeah. All right.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Jude, where can they find you?
You can also find me on this channel Monday mornings with these guys talking about House of the Dragon, and also on social media at I am Jude Juju.
All right, Matthew Kadish.
You can find me at Matthew Kadish, Kadish, on both Twitter and Truth Social. KadishBooks.com takes you to our Amazon page. And though we do dump a lot of salt on this show, like it's weird that we genuinely love it. And you know, sometimes we feel bad expressing our opinions, knowing like some of the people in the production like actually like watch our show, but at the same time, like
They expect it.
Once it's over, we're gonna be genuinely sad.
yeah, like we are sad that they're only 3 seasons and done, because like we wanted this to go on for a lot longer.
3 and free.
Yeah. But I hope no one thinks that we hate this show, because we don't.
This is not invasion.
Oh, we're obsessed with this show, which is why we want to dump so much salt on
and
it.
we look forward to it coming out every week so that we can watch it. And then we even look more forward to talking about it, because we have so much fun talking about it.
we've been obsessed with this show since season 1.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, guys. If you're in for the long haul with us, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment below what you think about this episode. How many times is Kofun going to get stabbed this season? We're taking bets in the chat
shit.
right now.
High low bets, yeah.
High-low bets. It's
We've
over
got a
under
fantasy-
5.
we've got
Over
like
under
a
5.
Fantasy football, like you can get your square.
We're at 2 right now, right?
We're at 2. Over under 5. What is it? Comment
I'm
below.
taking the under.
All right, folks. Thank you guys so much for being here. And thank you for your continued support. Shout out to the production team. You guys are great. Stay salty, my friends. We'll catch you next week.